If you've ever felt like quitting Airsoft, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, guys. I wanted to cut the BS and get straight into it and talk about why I don't play Airsoft. So the first thing is I am back in Japan. I saw a few comments wondering, like, is he back? Did he go back to Canada? Is he playing in Canada? Is he playing in Japan? Is this old footage? Is this new footage? All the videos that you have seen from October, basically, have been new footage. Gameplay, not gameplays, all the like the Grand Thumb videos, the T-Rex Arms videos, the discussion videos about certain products and stuff, that's all been here in Japan. So basically, yes, I did leave in May. And my last game that I played was a Tenku game with my 416. And yeah, I left the country of Japan and I moved back to Canada with intentions to stay there and not come back here ever again. And one thing led to another, basically, and I didn't really like my life in Canada. After like everything I kind of built here, I kind of felt like I was nobody there, a little existential crisis. And I decided to come back here. Luckily, left my visa open. And I talked about this on my other channel, about everything. If you want to hear all the sad boy details about that, put a little card up there. But yeah, for the Airsoft perspective of it, I didn't even want to play Airsoft in Canada because, one, Bill C-21, I wasn't even sure if Airsoft was going to survive or not. Two, it's really expensive, and I just didn't have the capital for that. I had like other priorities on my mind at the time, and it was like, bro, I'm not going to drop $500 for a Glock or to get another rifle again. And it's just super expensive, and I was like, yo, I can't be bothered. And then three, it was very inconvenient compared to Japan to play Airsoft. So I actually never even touched an Airsoft field. It would have been cool if I was able to play it like Siege Airsoft or something, but it shut down by the time I got back. So all the other Airsoft fields were a little far and I didn't have a car. I was gone from Canada for so long that I didn't, my license was expired and I had to take the whole test all over again. And then I just never ended up doing it because it was costed money. So then I never really had the chance to go out and play. And I had really no interest to. I had different things on my mind. So by the end of it, I was just thinking to myself, like, bro, like, why is it such a pain in the ass to go play? I had to rebuild the whole collection again and to film videos again and do all that stuff. And those 350 FPSs don't really feel fun. But the cool part about going back to Canada is that I was able to actually shoot real guns. And I want to make like a little short video on that. I already have a bunch of clips of me shooting the real guns. And honestly, it was like super easy. It wasn't even that hard. But that's for a different day. But that was the coolest thing that I probably brought back in terms of experiences from Canada. Went to Urban Tactical and shot 12 guns, something like that. So that was cool. And then I ended up coming back here because I wanted to actually be able to logistically play, because in Japan, I already know the fields. I have friends who already play. All my gear is gone, but it's just easier to go to play. You can just go on a train, hop on, put this in a gun bag or whatever, and we can go and play. I could even go and play right now if I wanted to, and like an indoor field or something like that. But I'll talk about why I'm not actually playing Airsoft soon in the next part. But yeah, so I ended up coming back to Japan and hitting up a few of my sponsors, like Lilacs, for example. It's a little soft sponsor here. Lilacs like provided this entire belt kit, which I'm going to talk about at some point, including this holster and the whole belts and all the mags. We'll talk about belt setups in another video in the future, which is also another topic I want to talk about in this video, about the future of this channel. But Lilacs pretty much set me up with everything. They set me up with this M17, and I was kind of basically ready to go, but I just didn't really have a rifle. But yeah, let's talk about why I don't really play Airsoft. So I came back to Japan and I was setting up my life, spending all my money on setting up my life again, getting used to the new job, and just like surviving on rations because I didn't really get my first paycheck yet and stuff like that. And I'm not getting paid as much as I used to get. And I'll tell y'all right now, one of the major reasons I don't play Airsoft is because it's so expensive. I guess, I don't know, I didn't realize how much I was actually spending on this. And I was editing my video, like a couple months ago, my Airsoft collection video, and $18,000. $18,000 is insane of how much I spent on this gentleman's sport. And it really put the sport into perspective for me. And this is probably going to sound a little bit harsh, but it felt like a huge waste of money. And it was probably, and I know you see the memes that, oh, my wife's going to divorce me because I bought this Airsoft gun or whatever. And it's just like, that's basically why my partner left me because I was spending all this money on this hobby. Now, at the time, last year, every time a new Airsoft gun came out, I would buy it, we would review it, I would take it out to a field, and you guys would have some nice variety of content. And it made sense. It was more of a business investment for me. Most of it, I actually didn't even buy a lot of it on credit. I bought a lot of it with cash, with the ad revenue that you guys get for me. It's not a lot because Airsoft has a horrible RPM, but a lot of it was investments for me. So it's like, okay, I'm buying this because I need to be XYZ with this and I can kind of make the money back. And I always like to have different platforms and stuff like, but dude, I had like 19, 11, 12, 15 guns or something like that. That's insane. And I could justify it back then. And I was able to justify those purchases. But now that I'm living basically on the skin of my teeth, and now that I have basically this large pool of debt now, because I basically made all these investments into computers, gear, cameras, which I'm still using to this day, which haven't paid off yet, plus Alpha, because when I left the country, there was a lot of expenses I had to do. And you might be asking, oh, what did you do with all the money you spent, you sold all your Airsoft guns with? Like, you must have made money back, right? And I was like, yeah, but I used it to buy more gear instead of pay off the debt because I'm an idiot. So now that I have that and a lower salary, now the punches really hit when even just buying BBs and gas, like, bro, it's like $25 for BBs. It's $30 for gas. Going out to play is $50, right? And to be honest with you, my priorities in my life right now, at 30 years old, single, and just trying to find my way through life and working on stuff, like, my priorities are elsewhere. And a lot of it is going out to Riz, not gonna lie, and chasing P. But, you know, I kind of need that in my life. I'll let you guys know because you guys are cool. Because I've been basically in a relationship for like 11 years and I never had my whole phase. So we were focusing on that for like 2 months. But yeah, but once things calmed down, I was finally able to put some money aside and go and play Airsoft. I was able to actually build this rifle too. And I actually finished building this rifle about October. I think like the middle of October, I was like, yo, screw it. I'm gonna buy everything I need for this rifle and you'll be good to go. So when I was coming back to Japan, I was like, bro, let me just buy it back from you. Cause I seen that you made changes to the upper and stuff. He's like, okay, cool. Plus I've given him a bunch of stuff too when I was leaving. So he was able to give this to me for a really, really, really good price. So I got my basically pre-upgraded URGI. I have everything I need. And yeah, this is basically gonna be my workhorse probably for the rest of my Airsoft career. Not gonna lie to you, I don't feel this urge to buy massive collections of different variables and of guns anymore. Maybe when I make more money someday and I'm like ballin', then yeah, I could probably buy like the staples, like an AK or something like that. But this is basically it. And I was just even thinking too, it's like, I don't even, not only don't want to play because the cost performance of going out to play is like really bad. So it's like $50 to go play. Yeah, sorry, American dollars. So like 35 American dollars plus gas and travel and all that stuff. You're basically spending like $75 a day to go play Airsoft. And I don't have that much money right now. So that's pain. that's kind of pain. And because of that pain, it's just like I don't want to go out and play. And because of One Life game modes as well, it's like I could go and pay $75 to go out and play and not play at all if I'm not good, right? So it was just kind of painful. So it just didn't make sense for me to go play. But when I did go to actually play, and you guys saw from the video, I had a lot of fun because I was playing with my friends. And before, even last year, when I was playing Airsoft as like a job, I would go by myself a lot or with one or two people. I can't imagine myself going out to play Airsoft like that anymore. Like right now, I'm like chilling in my house. It's like 2:30 on a Saturday. And yeah, I could have probably gone to play Airsoft, but I don't want to because I fear that I won't have a good time. And it's just like a waste of money. And I don't want to do the travel, wake up early in the morning. And it really is just becoming a thing for me where it's like a side thing, which kind of brings me to the channel, Maydaysan Airsoft, and why it's kind of changing now, as you may have seen in the past few weeks. Maydaysan Airsoft actually makes not even like a lot of money. It's just like, it's pennies compared to like other people like, you know, US Airsoft or whatever. But for me, it makes quite a bit. Like I made a lot of videos in the past month, like a lot of videos, and I actually made like a pretty good amount of money that I desperately need right now. And part of that is gameplays don't make money, and people aren't interested in gameplays. They don't really, the majority of people, the majority of new viewers don't really care about gameplays that much. And gameplays are a lot harder to contextualize as a clickbait story or, you know, a clickbait story or like even storytelling. We don't really, in Japan, we don't really do cool missions and stuff. It's just team deathmatch. Like every time, it's just team deathmatch, and it's basically the same thing every time. I was surprised I was even able to craft some kind of story. And I guess it worked out because I was on comms all the time and I was talking to my friends and we were having a good time just talking, communicating. So there was this kind of like little mini movie experience every time. And I was able to make something out. But like I said, I'll put in maybe 12 hours total into an Airsoft gameplay, and it doesn't really get that many views. I'll get like 2K, 3K, something like that, and that's nothing. That's not really anything. YouTube pays you for every 1,000. Unless you're a channel member, then basically, if you become a channel member, you basically make up for like one video. It's awesome. Consider joining. But the ROI on a gameplay is enough. And again, we're paying $75 to go out and play. So I would have to at least get at least 10,000 views to like make that money back. It's dumb. So as a content creator wise, there is no value for the masses with gameplays. Now, philosophy videos and product review videos do really well. So we did a video with Novrich, and that's one of my best performing videos of all time on this channel. And it's doing really well. It's making a lot of money. And the other one, Whiskey and Guns with Defro Airsoft, is also doing really well. And it's just us talking. And the talking videos are fine, and they will basically become evergreen, which is good, which is what I need, which is what I want to do. And that's kind of where the channel needs to go right now, because I'm in a point in my life where I really need to build an empire. I need to build something, like really, really build something. And it just doesn't make sense. Like I said, it doesn't make sense to go buy guns, review them, play with them, and all that stuff. Like now I just borrow them. I have like literally 5 handguns in the closet over there in my MP5. 5 handguns that I borrowed from Defro, and we're gonna be making Garand Thumb style videos about those. And then I wanna make like a little bit of some training videos, like T-Rex arm style and stuff. And you might be wondering like, why have I been doing all these like parody, Garand Thumb, whatever, T-Rex arms kind of parodies? Like, if you know me as Maydaysan on my other channel, I've always been like a comedy impressionist kind of guy. So I'm kind of trying to play into my strengths a little bit there, and it's fun. It's a fun little format. It works, and people like it. So I'm trying to swallow my pride and just really hone in on that. And people are saying, oh, why don't you just do your own thing? Well, it is still my own thing. The Garand Thumb impression lasts for like like literally like 5 minutes, and then I just go back into whatever I'm talking about now. Maybe we just have the same charisma, but yeah, so the channel is not really gonna be about gameplays anymore. Like it's more, I need it to be about products. And what sucks about that too is while product videos and review videos, like my MPX video, which did really well, really well, and then it got demonetized. I've been battling with demonetization for the past 2 years on this channel, and it's always a struggle. It's always a struggle because you'll be fine, and then it's not fine, and then there's some things you screw up, some things you don't screw up, and it's always like a hit and miss kind of thing. And if you keep getting too many yellows on your channel basically gets red flagged, and it doesn't push your content out. Or you could even get your content like removed, or you can get your entire channel like terminated if you screw up hard enough. Luckily, we don't do that. But for a while, my channel was like greenlisted for a while, and I was able to upload without having getting human reviews anymore. And I was like, great, I can make a bunch of videos now. It's awesome. But now I got demonetized 3 times on like a red like, bro, even like vector optics video, like I can't even make videos about reviewing and recommending people products because you're facilitating the sale of firearms and stuff like that. So like if there's any sponsors watching, like it's gonna be product placement now. Like I can't promote gun parts or customizations or something like that because I'll absolutely just get crunched, and then you're not getting any views either. So that's just been an issue for me. And yeah, for the most part, those videos do well. I also want to do videos on, dude, I haven't even made like a basic how to get started in Airsoft video. And I'm going to do that with the Lilacs stuff that they gave me. I haven't made things, like the stupid topics like things I wish I knew when I started playing Airsoft, or must-have gear, or something like I need to make these evergreen videos that a new player to Airsoft can just watch and see what my channel is about. Because for the longest time, I held in my head that, yes, oh, look, check out my channel, it's Airsoft in Japan. Because, bro, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Japan Airsoft, bro. Airsofters don't watch Airsoft gameplays. Maybe a small percentage of them do, but no one cares. Airsofters, or people interested in playing Airsoft, watch Airsoft for the products that they are thinking they're gonna buy, or cheater videos. I can't do cheater videos in Japan, big no-no, and there isn't really that many. So the only other thing I can do is product reviews, and I don't have the capital anymore to go and buy products like that. Like the new Glock Gen 5 is coming out in literally like 2 weeks in Japan for Tokyo Marui, and I kind of want it, but I'm like, do I really need to get that? Like, it's like I'll make a video for it. Maybe it might do well, maybe it might have a good ROI, but it's like I need to make $200 back in order to make that pay out. So, I'm kind of in this weird crossroads right now. It's like, I think Airsoft gun reviews will work for sure, right? And training videos, not super tactical training, because I know nobody actually cares about that, but like maybe some basic tactical training videos, and maybe get back into some community stuff, like just reviewing your gameplays again, and just kind of getting a nice steady flow of content out again. And I think that is the start of that. So Airsoft gameplays are gonna be more of just like a vanity thing for me. It was like, yeah, it's fun, I liked it, I enjoyed it, and that's basically it. But I really am enjoying the Grand Thumb style, not super highly edited, just based off my charisma and just getting it out there and giving you guys the info that you actually care about. And using YouTube Shorts to kind of do smaller ideas. Like I'm working on my Ian McCollum, and today we have the M19. And I'm working on that impression, the Hitcar 45. We got a little bit of dongs there. I got a bunch of products I'm supposed to review. But yeah, ever since I started doing product reviews, I've actually seen more objective response from sponsors, from the community, and from the viewers. And I actually met a few airsofters at the Airsoft Online Japan event 2 weeks ago, and I had a bunch of them coming up to us like, bro, like, I use your video. Like, it's either A, they say, bro, I'm in Japan and I watched all your videos to get started in Japan. Like, they used me as my guide. 2, they're like, oh, I really liked your review on the MP5 or the AK, and you really helped me decide whether or not I needed to get that gun or not. And I was like, that's awesome, like that's amazing. And yeah, that's part of one of the reasons I came back to Japan, because this airsoft channel, like even though it's not as lucrative as I want it to be, it is probably my most successful thing I've done in my life, probably. I mean, the other Maydaysan is also good too, but that doesn't really make any money at all. It has a lot of clout, but no money. But this one is like, it's such a small, tight-knit little community, and you guys are so passionate about everything I put out, and I love that. And I actually get return on investment for it. So it's worth it for me to keep going. Meanwhile, my other community, yeah, they're also very passionate, but like, there's nothing coming from that. So I focused a lot of my time and effort and money into this one, and the results do show. I really love this plate carrier, by the way. If you've been sitting here, wondering what this plate carrier is, it's Tactical X-Men plate carrier. Super nice. Put the little thing right there. One of the best plate carriers on the planet. So yeah, basically the channel is going to be moving more towards product reviews, philosophies, community kind of stuff, and gameplay is going to be a little bit second, because I honestly don't know how often I am going to be playing and to have a low ROI. But yeah, so if you're wondering, yes, we are going to talk about this rifle in its own official video, talking about what am I going to call it? Probably the only rifle I ever need in Airsoft, or if I only had one rifle I ever need in Airsoft. Now I want to talk about the last reason why I'm not playing Airsoft. I think it's dying. I don't know if it's dying around the world, or if it's dying for me in my head, but I think in Japan, it's dying. Like, or some part of it is dying, I don't know. Because in the last 3 months, I've been back, the yen is bad. Because the yen is bad, we've started to see shops closing. First, which is one of the biggest airsoft shops in Japan, is going out of business. Like, they just shut down their shop. And now you're also seeing other fields are closing, like indoor fields are closing. They can't keep up with the rent anymore. So a lot of my go-to fields, and I'm hearing rumors of even some fields I really want to go to are going to close, like come in February or something like that. So it's like, okay. And also the replicas are getting very, very expensive. Like they're super expensive now. Like when I first started, they're at least $200 more now. So the cost of it is just not really working out. The gas prices are going up because they're banning the fluon gas. So everyone's moving to CO2. CO2 guns are cheap. And I'm so blessed by my fans and my sponsors that we even have this gear right now. Like, there's no way I'd be able to afford any of this, and no one can right now because of the yen. And the fact that I'm starting to see fields shut down is really concerning to me. There's like no new fields popping up. It's just basically the ones that survive in the outskirts of Japan, and all the indoor fields and convenient fields you can get to are starting to die, or they're getting desperate, or they're raising prices. So it's just been really discouraging, and I don't feel like it's worth investing my time into, or investing my money into. Like, it's like, yeah, let's go play, let's do this. I hear people like talk to me, they're like, say, oh, I want to buy this new thing, or I'm gonna buy this new gun. I'm like, I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm not buying anything. I'm not buying it. I'm gonna hold on to this for the rest of my life, because I'm not gonna buy anything, because I don't feel like this sport is gonna last. I don't know what it's like in America right now, or I don't know what it's like in Europe. You guys tell me what your airsoft industry is like. And I have some friends in the industry who are like struggling to import parts as more countries get more strict with stuff. And I know airsoft business owners who are like struggling just to make sales and all this stuff. And there's just so much red tape around it too. And like, and even here on YouTube, like, I'd be surprised if this video gets demonetized, right? Like, it doesn't, everything is becoming so wrapped up in red tape and becoming more and more expensive, and there's just not enough interest in it. It's just really discouraging, and I really feel like I need to make the right steps and not squander my money this time on gameplays and going out and buying new gear, because it's just, I think the sport is dying. The passion for it, I'm not sure. It's such a luxurious sport that like poor people, which everyone basically is in Japan right now, can't afford to go out and play this expensive sport, and the prices just keep going up. I wanted to make a video of like how much money you need to get started in airsoft, and it's like, bro, Japanese person, no way. So yeah, anyway, that's a short little reason, but that's basically the 3 reasons why I haven't really been playing. Do I still like the sport? Well, honestly, dude, I have a lot of fun just like touching this thing at home. Honestly, like this is more fun to me to just like pretend and LARP and present and like review things and just basically pretend I'm in Call of Duty. And that's fun for me. Gameplays are fun too, of course, but this is free. And I'm pretty satisfied with just like pretending and filling with the guns at home and doing reloads and stuff and making low impression videos. That's fun for me, but you know, I would only really play Airsoft with friends. It's really that for me now. It's not a sport where I'm going out and I gotta go do film and do some work. It's like, nope, I'm just gonna go play with my friends, have a fun time, and I'm gonna film our fun time. You know, I'm not super concerned about getting amazing footage anymore. I'm just want to have a fun time, which is what Airsoft should have been for me, actually. I was actually never supposed to make content on Airsoft. When I started playing this, it was supposed to be my outlet for me from Maydaysan to not make any content about it and just enjoy it and have that be a little passion thing for me. And then my friend told me that, hey, you can start filming Airsoft. And then that was basically it. And I started doing it, did well, and now we're here. And we've met so many amazing people and connected so many amazing things. And it's been a great time. So we're here now, so we can't stop. I remember a wise man once told me, it gets to a point where it's not about you anymore, you know? It's about you guys now. And I want to give you guys the best value. And speaking of value, if you want to support the channel and really support the channel, like one membership, bro, is like worth like 2,000 views. So it starts at $1 and goes all the way up to 5 or 10, I forget. And you get an extra video every month. And I'm supposed to be making more of those and doing more things for the channel members, but I've just been busy chasing P, working on my other Maydaysan channel and trying to get this stuff out. And I've been sick. I've been sick a lot. Yeah. Or as Kraken Airsoft would say, I've been busy with work. Work's been busy. If you didn't know, I do cinematography. I work. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and a little dad advice. Never show girls your Airsoft guns. They don't like Airsoft, okay? Doesn't matter. I know you probably have your wife that loves it, but low-key, they're going, why is he not buying me a burrito at night? Anyways, all jokes aside, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this content, want to support the channel, go ahead, click this video right here, subscribe, and consider becoming a channel member down there. And before you ask, yes, I have a Patreon. It's in the description down below if you want to support the channel a little bit more, but it's not really about Airsoft. It's like Japanese language. So I just have it down there.